Ladies and gentlemen, hear me today as I speak to your spirit. Hear the sound of your potential calling you to a greater place. Vision is the foundation of everything you will ever build in life. Without a vision, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly at the mercy of the winds and currents, unsure of where you're headed or even if you'll ever reach your destination. Vision is what gives direction to your life. It is the internal picture of the future that pulls you forward. It allows you to see beyond your current circumstances, beyond the obstacles in front of you, and to focus on what you want to create in your life. The importance of vision cannot be overstated. It is more than just a dream or a hope. It is a clear, defined purpose that guides every action, decision, and step you take. A strong vision gives you the courage to move forward when everything around you tells you to stop. When you can see what others can't see, it sets you apart. It is the force that propels you out of the ordinary and into the realm of the extraordinary. A vision is not just a wish list, it is a blueprint of your destiny. It is a mental image of your future that empowers you to act with intention. It keeps you focused even when things get tough, reminding you of the prize at the end. But here's the truth. Vision isn't something that just happens. It takes intentional effort to develop a clear vision. Some of us walk through life without ever truly defining what we want, or worse, we let others dictate our vision for us. Maybe it's the influence of society, or family, or even friends, but far too many people spend their lives living someone else's dream, following a path that was not created for them. If you want to build the life you truly desire, you must first define your own vision and purpose. Having a vision for your life gives you a target to aim at. It is the reason you get out of bed every morning. It is what motivates you to keep moving forward when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when it seems like nothing is going your way. The power of a clear vision is that it helps you to filter out distractions. When you know where you're going, everything that doesn't align with your purpose falls away. It becomes easier to say no to things, people, and situations that aren't in line with what you are trying to build. A vision also empowers you to take risks. Without a vision, you are too afraid to step out of your comfort zone. You stay stuck in the safe, predictable routines of life. But with a vision, you understand that growth requires discomfort, and you are willing to stretch, to go beyond what is familiar, in pursuit of something greater. When you see the life you want clearly in your mind, you realize that the risk of staying stuck is greater than the risk of stepping into the unknown. Think about the great visionaries throughout history. They didn't wait for the perfect conditions. They didn't sit idly by waiting for the world to give them a blueprint. Instead, they took action on what they saw in their hearts. People like Martin Luther King Jr., who had a dream of a world where people would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, or Thomas Edison, who envisioned a world where light would fill every home. These individuals saw a future that others could not see, and their belief in that vision is what changed the world. Your vision is also connected to your purpose, your why. It's what gives meaning to your existence. When you know your purpose, you understand that everything you do matters, even the small, seemingly insignificant tasks. The work you do today is laying the foundation for the future you want to build. Your vision gives you a reason to persevere, even when the path is unclear. It fuels your passion and gives you the drive to keep going. Without it, you are merely existing, but with it, you are living with intention. Another key point to remember is that your vision will evolve over time. As you grow, learn, and experience new things, your understanding of your vision may shift. Don't be afraid of that evolution. Embrace it. It's a sign that you are maturing and becoming more in tune with your purpose. Vision isn't static, it's dynamic. As long as you stay open to change and growth, your vision will continue to inspire and lead you. Creating a clear vision requires that you take the time to reflect on what you truly want from life. Ask yourself questions like, what am I passionate about? What would I do if failure was not an option? What would my life look like if I weren't afraid to step out and pursue my dreams? These questions help you dig deep and uncover the desires that live within you, the desires that are uniquely yours. But once you have a vision, it doesn't end there. You have to be willing to invest in it. A vision without action is nothing more than a daydream. The act of creating and building requires your time, your energy, your focus, and your resources. You must protect your vision from distractions, negativity, and self-doubt. Surround yourself with people who will encourage and support your vision. Find mentors who have already walked the path you are trying to walk and learn from them. Read the books, attend the seminars, and do the work that will equip you with the tools and knowledge you need to build your dream. In the end, your vision is your map. It is your guiding light in a world that can often be chaotic and confusing. The world needs your vision. You were created to do something significant, to make an impact, to leave a legacy. You cannot afford to walk through life without vision. Build a vision for your life that excites you, that pushes you to grow, and that helps others along the way. When you build a life around a strong, clear vision, you will not only create the life you want, but you will also create a life that others will be inspired by. Your vision is your gift to the world. Hard work is the cornerstone of any successful endeavor. No dream, no vision, no goal is ever achieved without effort. You see, the path to success is not paved with shortcuts, but rather with persistence, resilience, and a relentless drive to do the work, even when it feels overwhelming or when the rewards aren't immediately visible. Success is not a matter of simply wishing for it. It is a product of consistent effort over time. It is easy to get distracted by the allure of instant results, but the truth is, lasting success requires a deep commitment to the long haul. Every great achievement in history has come at the cost of hard work. Think about the people you admire, whether in business, sports, or any other field. The ones who reached the top didn't get there by accident. They got there because they worked tirelessly, often behind the scenes, day after day, with unwavering dedication. Whether it was the athletes who spent countless hours perfecting their craft, the entrepreneurs who faced failure after failure yet kept moving forward, or the artists who toiled in solitude to create masterpieces, their success is rooted in one thing: hard work. You might find yourself questioning, why do I have to work so hard? Why can't things come easier? Well, the simple answer is that hard work builds character, strength, and resilience. It's the process of putting in the effort, even when you don't see immediate results, that strengthens your resolve and equips you with the tools to handle greater challenges in the future. Hard work is a teacher. It shows you the value of persistence and grit. When you work hard, you are developing the discipline and mental toughness necessary to stay focused on your vision, even when things get tough. The challenge many people face is the belief that things should come easily or quickly. Society often tells us that success should happen overnight, that we should achieve our goals without having to sacrifice or struggle. Social media, reality TV, and the stories of overnight millionaires create an illusion that success is instant. But let me tell you the truth. There is no such thing as an overnight success. The stories you see are only the tip of the iceberg, the hours, the years of failure, the doubts, the rejections. They don't always make it to the headlines, but they are an integral part of the journey. Hard work also means showing up, even when you don't feel like it. There will be days when you don't have the energy, when your motivation is low, or when the road seems too long. But it's in those moments that your commitment to hard work truly matters. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't is often the ability to keep pushing forward when things aren't going as planned. It's about making progress, even when progress feels slow. Consistency is key doing the work day in and day out, even when the results aren't immediately apparent. You see, success is built on the small, seemingly insignificant actions that you take every single day. The hours spent refining your skills, the phone calls made to build your network, the late nights working on your passion, these are the building blocks of success. When you look at someone who has achieved greatness, it's easy to assume that it came easily for them. But the reality is that behind every success story is a trail of hard work and sacrifice. They didn't get there by waiting for things to fall into place. They made it happen through relentless effort, perseverance, and a commitment to excellence. But let's be real for a moment. Hard work is not always glamorous. There will be moments of frustration, exhaustion, and doubt. There will be setbacks that will make you question whether it's all worth it. But in those moments, it's important to remember why you're doing the work in the first place. Hard work is not just about the physical labor. It's also about the emotional and mental strength to keep going, to stay focused on your vision even when things get tough. It's about knowing that every step you take is bringing you closer to your goal, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. The key to success is not just working hard, but working smart. This means being intentional with your time, energy, and resources. Hard work without direction can easily lead to burnout. Working smart means aligning your efforts with your vision, prioritizing the tasks that will bring you the greatest results, and being willing to adapt when things aren't working. It means being disciplined enough to stay on track but flexible enough to make adjustments when necessary. Working hard without a clear plan can waste time and effort, but working smart ensures that the hard work you put in is effective and efficient. It's important to understand that hard work doesn't guarantee success, but it increases the probability of success. Hard work is a catalyst. It creates momentum. The more effort you put into something, the more momentum you build, and the closer you get to achieving your goals. Sometimes the only thing standing between you and success is the willingness to keep going when others have given up. It's the willingness to put in the work day after day, even when the results aren't obvious. It's about sticking to your plan, even when the path seems unclear, and having the faith to trust that your efforts will pay off in the end. And remember, hard work doesn't have to be a solitary endeavor. Surround yourself with people who are also committed to hard work, who will encourage and challenge you to do your best. Find mentors who have walked the path before you, who can guide you through the challenges and help you stay focused on your goals. No one achieves greatness alone. The hard work of others can inspire you to push harder, to dig deeper, and to go further than you ever thought possible. In the end, the journey is as important as the destination. The work you put in, the lessons you learn along the way, and the growth you experience are all integral to the person you become. Hard work transforms you not just in terms of external achievements, but in terms of your character, your mindset, and your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. So don't shy away from hard work. Embrace it. Let it fuel you, drive you, and propel you forward into the life you were meant to build. Taking responsibility for your life is the single most powerful step you can take toward building the life you truly want. It means understanding that you are the one who holds the keys to your future, and no one else is responsible for the direction you take. So often, people fall into the trap of blaming others for their circumstances. They blame their parents, their upbringing, their lack of opportunities, or even the society around them for where they find themselves. While external factors may influence your journey, the ultimate responsibility lies with you. Until you fully accept that you are the architect of your own destiny, you will remain stuck in a cycle of excuses and missed opportunities. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop being a passive observer and become an active participant in shaping your future. You acknowledge that while you cannot always control the situations life presents to you, you absolutely control how you respond to them. Responsibility means that you stop pointing fingers and start pointing to yourself. You begin to understand that your actions, your choices, and even your mindset determine the outcome of your life. It's about owning your mistakes, your failures, and your successes. It's about not making excuses for your shortcomings, but learning from them and using them as stepping stones to greatness. Too many people are waiting for someone or something to change before they take action. They wait for the right moment, the perfect circumstances, or the approval of others. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment to start. You will always find a reason to delay, a reason to hold back. The perfect moment will never come until you take action. And that action begins with taking responsibility. It means deciding that no matter what the past has looked like, you are going to take full responsibility for creating the future you desire. This doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out from the beginning. Responsibility doesn't require perfection. It simply means being willing to do the work. It means accepting that mistakes will happen and that failure is part of the journey. But when you take responsibility for your life, you don't dwell on failure. You learn from it. You don't let a setback define you. Instead, you let it refine you. Every mistake is an opportunity to grow, and every failure is a lesson in disguise. By taking responsibility, you free yourself from the burden of regret and open yourself up to growth. One of the most profound aspects of responsibility is understanding that your actions have consequences, both good and bad. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to what happens. If you want to build the life you want, you must learn to take responsibility for your decisions, whether they lead to success or failure. Every choice you make today will shape your tomorrow. When you take responsibility, you stop being a victim of circumstance. You realize that no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. No one is going to hand you the life you want. You have to go out and build it with your own hands, your own effort, and your own commitment. Taking responsibility also means taking ownership of your time. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have, and how you choose to spend it will determine the course of your life. If you find yourself complaining about not having enough time, ask yourself, what am I doing with the time I have? Are you spending it on things that bring you closer to your goals, or are you wasting it on distractions that only delay your progress? Taking responsibility for your time means using it wisely, prioritizing what matters most, and eliminating activities that don't contribute to your vision. It also means taking responsibility for your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world, and it shapes your experiences. If you have a negative or limiting mindset, you will constantly find reasons why things are too difficult or why success is out of your reach. But when you take responsibility for your mindset, you choose to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You understand that your thoughts are powerful, and what you think about yourself and your abilities directly impacts what you can achieve. A positive, growth-oriented mindset is the foundation upon which success is built. Taking responsibility requires courage. It means acknowledging that you are the one who has the power to change your life, but that power comes with a cost. It requires the courage to take risks, to step into the unknown, and to make decisions that will push you outside your comfort zone. It means confronting your fears and overcoming them. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for others to approve of your decisions. You stop seeking permission to pursue your dreams. You make the decision that you are worth investing in, and you take the necessary steps to make your vision a reality, even when it feels uncomfortable or difficult. It also means taking responsibility for your relationships. The people you surround yourself with will have a significant impact on the quality of your life. Are the people in your life lifting you up or holding you back? Taking responsibility for your relationships means surrounding yourself with those who will support, challenge, and inspire you. It means setting boundaries with people who are toxic or negative and learning to say no when necessary. It means taking responsibility for the energy you bring into your relationships as well, choosing to contribute positivity, encouragement, and love. Taking responsibility is not always easy. It is much easier to blame circumstances, people, or situations for our struggles. But when you choose to take responsibility, you gain power over your life. You take control of your future. The moment you stop blaming and start acting, you begin to unlock the potential within you. You start making choices that align with your vision and your purpose, and with each choice, you build the life you want. The life you desire is not something that happens to you. It is something you create, one responsible decision at a time. So, take responsibility for your life. Stop waiting for someone to change your circumstances. Stop waiting for the perfect time to begin. Take full ownership of your actions, your choices, and your mindset, and you will begin to see the transformation in your life. The power is in your hands, and it starts with the simple yet profound decision to take responsibility. In life, there will always be challenges, obstacles that test your resolve, trials that stretch you beyond what you think you're capable of, and moments that make you question whether you should keep going. It's in these moments that the concept of resilience becomes crucial. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going when you feel like giving up, and to find strength in the face of difficulties. It is an essential trait for anyone who wants to build a life of significance and success. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you develop over time. The truth is, life is not always going to be smooth sailing. The road to your dreams will not be a straight line. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and times when it feels like the universe is working against you. But your ability to navigate these challenges, to persevere in the face of adversity, is what ultimately determines whether or not you will succeed. One of the key aspects of resilience is the ability to maintain a positive outlook, even when circumstances are tough. It's easy to remain hopeful when everything is going well, but true resilience is tested when things are not going your way. When things don't work out as planned, when you experience failure or rejection, you have two choices. You can either let those setbacks define you, or you can rise above them and keep moving forward. Resilient people understand that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are simply a detour. They know that failure is not a permanent state, but a temporary condition. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond to it. The most resilient people are those who learn from their failures and grow stronger as a result. When they face setbacks, they don't see them as the end. They see them as opportunities to learn and improve. Each failure teaches you something valuable. Whether it's a lesson in patience, in persistence, or in how to adapt your approach, failure is never wasted if you learn from it. The more you face adversity and choose to keep going, the stronger your resilience becomes. With each challenge you overcome, you build a foundation of strength that will serve you well in the future. But resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's also about adaptability. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes you have to be willing to adjust your course. Resilient people are not rigid in their thinking. They are flexible and open to change. They know that life is unpredictable, and they are prepared to pivot when necessary. Whether it's a change in career, a shift in personal circumstances, or an unexpected obstacle, resilient people are able to adapt without losing sight of their ultimate goal. They understand that the road to success is not always a straight line, and they are willing to take detours and make adjustments as needed. Another key component of resilience is the ability to manage stress and emotions in difficult times. Adversity often brings with it feelings of fear, anxiety, frustration, and doubt. Resilient people are not immune to these emotions. They experience them just like anyone else. However, what sets them apart is their ability to manage these emotions in a healthy way. Instead of letting fear paralyze them or letting frustration cloud their judgment, resilient people find ways to stay calm, focused, and in control. They understand that emotions are a natural part of the process, but they don't allow those emotions to control their action. They stay grounded and clear, headed even in the midst of turmoil. Resilience also requires a deep sense of purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you are doing what you are doing, it becomes much easier to push through the hard times. Purpose acts as an anchor, giving you something to hold on to when everything else feels uncertain. When you know your why, you have a reason to keep going even when the journey gets tough. Purpose fuels your resilience and gives you the strength to persevere when you feel like quitting. It is the fire that keeps you moving forward when you face obstacles, because you know that what you are working toward is worth the effort. Building resilience requires a mindset shift. It's about changing the way you view challenges. Instead of seeing them as insurmountable problems, you start to see them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, is a chance for you to strengthen your character, develop new skills, and expand your capacity for success. When you embrace this mindset, you stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as stepping stones on the path to your goals. Another important aspect of resilience is the support system you build around yourself. No one is truly resilient on their own. While resilience is an internal strength, it is also supported by external relationships. The people you surround yourself with play a significant role in your ability to bounce back from adversity. You need people who will encourage you, challenge you, and lift you up when you're feeling down. Resilient people understand the importance of community, and they are not afraid to lean on others when they need support. This network of support provides strength, encouragement, and perspective, helping you stay resilient even in the toughest times. Ultimately, resilience is about choosing to keep moving forward, no matter how many setbacks you face. It's about refusing to let adversity define you, and instead, using it to fuel your growth and progress. Life will never be without challenges, but how you face those challenges is what will determine your success. Resilience is the key that allows you to push through the hard times, to keep going when others have given up, and to emerge from each challenge stronger and more determined than before. The truth is, resilience is not just about surviving adversity, it's about thriving in the face of it. It's about taking life's hardships and turning them into opportunities for growth, learning, and success. So, when you find yourself facing challenges, remember this. Resilience is not something you are born with, it's something you develop. Every time you face adversity and choose to rise above it, you build your resilience. With each setback you overcome, you become stronger, more capable, and more prepared to build the life you want. The power of belief cannot be overstated. What you believe about yourself and your abilities shapes the reality of what you can achieve. Belief is the foundation on which success is built, and it is the driving force behind every significant accomplishment. Without belief, even the most talented individuals will struggle to reach their full potential. Belief is not just a passive feeling, it is an active force that propels you forward, even in the face of challenges. It's the fuel that keeps the fire of determination burning when circumstances become tough. Belief begins with understanding who you are and what you are capable of. It's easy to believe in your abilities when everything is going well, but true belief is tested in the face of adversity. When things don't go as planned, when you experience failure or setbacks, that's when your belief matters most. If you truly believe in yourself, then you understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a part of the learning process. It's not about avoiding failure, but about continuing to move forward despite it. Resilient people don't allow temporary setbacks to diminish their belief in their abilities. They understand that every obstacle they face is an opportunity to strengthen their belief and refine their approach. Belief in yourself is the cornerstone of achieving your dreams. If you don't believe that you can accomplish something, you will never take the necessary steps to try. The thoughts you have about your potential directly influence your actions. If you believe you can succeed, you will take action with confidence and determination. On the other hand, if you doubt your ability, you will hesitate, second, guess yourself, and hold back from pursuing your goals. Belief is the internal permission slip that gives you the courage to step out of your comfort zone and take risks. When you believe that you are capable, you no longer limit yourself by your doubts. You step into your purpose with conviction and trust that your efforts will pay off. This is why belief in yourself is not just about positive thinking or wishful optimism. It's a deeper knowing that comes from understanding that your abilities, your skills, and your resilience are enough to get you where you want to go. It's about cultivating a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. You don't need to have all the answers right now. What you need is belief in your capacity to figure things out as you go. Belief is not about knowing every step of the journey. It's about trusting that you have what it takes to handle whatever comes your way. However, belief is not something that comes easily to everyone. For many, self-doubt creeps in and whispers that they aren't good enough, that their dreams are too big, or that they will never measure up to others. These thoughts can be paralyzing, but they don't have to define you. The truth is, everyone faces doubts at some point in their journey. The key is not letting those doubts control your actions. You must learn to push past your fears and doubts and choose to believe in your potential, even when the evidence of success isn't immediately visible. It's about choosing to trust in yourself, even when others may doubt you. One powerful way to strengthen your belief is by surrounding yourself with people who believe in you. There is immense power in community, and the people you spend time with can either build you up or tear you down. If you surround yourself with those who encourage you, who see your potential and challenge you to grow, it becomes easier to believe in yourself. A supportive community provides the encouragement and accountability you need to stay on track when things get difficult. But be mindful of those who doubt your dreams or limit your potential. Negative influences can feed your self-doubt and hinder your progress. Choose to align yourself with people who uplift you and inspire you to keep going. Belief is also cultivated through taking action. The more you take action toward your goals, the more evidence you gather that you are capable of achieving them. Action breeds confidence, and as you continue to make progress, your belief in your abilities grows stronger. When you see that your efforts are leading to results, it becomes easier to believe that you are on the right path. Every small victory you experience builds your confidence and reinforces the idea that you are capable of achieving greater things. Even if your progress feels slow at times, remember that every step forward is a step in the right direction. Keep moving forward, keep taking action, and your belief will grow. Another important aspect of belief is learning to silence the voice of doubt in your mind. It's natural to have fears and uncertainties, but it's essential to not let them control you. The more you listen to those negative thoughts, the more they will shape your reality. Instead of giving in to self-doubt, replace those thoughts with affirmations of your strengths and abilities. Affirm your worth and remind yourself that you have everything it takes to succeed. The more you affirm your belief in yourself, the more it will become ingrained in your mindset. Over time, you will find that your belief in your potential becomes unshakable, no matter what challenges arise. Belief is also closely tied to the vision you have for your life. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's easier to believe that you can make it happen. Your vision serves as a constant reminder of what you are working toward and why it matters. It gives you the motivation to keep going, even when things get tough. When you believe in your vision and trust that it is possible, you are more likely to take the necessary actions to bring it to life. Your belief fuels your persistence and your commitment to making your dreams a reality. It's important to understand that belief is not about being blind to challenges or pretending that everything will be easy. Belief is about having the courage to pursue your dreams despite the obstacles. It's about trusting that you can overcome any challenge even when the road ahead seems difficult. When you truly believe in yourself, you recognize that failure is not a sign that you aren't capable, but a sign that you are learning, growing, and moving closer to your goals. Belief is a powerful force that can shape your reality and transform your life. If you want to build the life you want, you must start by believing in yourself and your potential. Trust that you are capable of achieving greatness and take action toward your dreams with confidence and determination. When you believe in yourself, you unlock the power to overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and create the life you've always desired. In conclusion, building the life you want is a journey that requires intentionality, hard work, and an unwavering belief in yourself. It begins with taking full responsibility for your life, understanding that you are the one who shapes your destiny through the choices you make. It involves building resilience so that you can withstand the inevitable challenges that will come your way and keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough. It requires taking consistent action, staying committed to your vision, and believing in the potential within you. The process of building the life you want is not a simple one, but it is a rewarding one. Every setback is an opportunity for growth, every challenge is a lesson to be learned, and every step you take brings you closer to the life you've envisioned. But most importantly, it requires belief in yourself. Belief that you are capable of achieving greatness despite the obstacles. Belief that your dreams are worth pursuing, even when others doubt you or when the journey seems uncertain. Remember, your future is not defined by what you've been through or where you come from. It's shaped by the decisions you make today. The power to create the life you want lies within you. And when you take responsibility for your choices, when you develop the resilience to bounce back from failures, when you take bold actions, and when you believe in your potential, nothing can stop you from achieving the life you desire. So, stand tall, embrace the challenges, and continue to build, because the life you want is not just a possibility. It's your future waiting to be realized. You have the power to create it, step by step, moment by moment. Now go and build the life you've always dreamed of.